Okay, I'm gonna make a start. I'm gonna go back over here. Can you still hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, we can start with legs crossed. Move back a little bit. We're going to place our hands on our knees. Lift the chest up nice and high. Really try and lengthen the spine. Reach the tip of the head to the ceiling. We're going to tuck our chin backwards a little bit and down towards the chest. So really try and think about making a nice long line from the bottom of the back all the way up to the tip of the head. Putting the chest up nice and high. Deep breath into the belly. And we're just going to take the head rolling over towards the left, keeping the chin kind of tucked down. Roll the head back to centre and then over to the right. And then we're just going to go back and forth, just take your own time. Nice gentle movement, just nothing crazy. And bring the head back to centre. So what we're going to do now, keeping the hands where they are, we're going to try and keep our shoulders nice and square forward. We're just going to look all the way over towards the left shoulder. Gaze down towards the floor. Back up, back to centre. Good, we're going to do the same on the other side, so all the way over to the right. Gaze down towards the floor. Back up, back to centre. Okay, so we're going to take the left hand out towards the left, taking a couple of steps away, have a soft bend in the elbow. What we're going to do now is try and take the right hand over towards the left, but we're going to try and push the right hip down towards the ground at the same time. So pushing the right hip down towards the ground, right hand over. We're going to try and separate the 2 points away from each other. Nice big inhale in towards the belly. Trying to lift the chest up nice and high so you don't round the back too much. And relax that hand down, come back up, sit in, do a little wiggle. And then we're going to go over towards the right, soft bend in the elbow. Again, keeping the left hip down, taking the left hand over. Focus on keeping that chest up nice and high. Try and expand the rib cage as you inhale. Now relax the hand down, come back to centre, do a little wiggle. Okay, so we're going to interlock the fingers behind the lower back. Palms facing together. So we're going to straighten the hands, straighten the arms, lift up the chest nice and high, big inhale. You should feel a stretch in the biceps, across the chest, a little bit of the shoulders. If you want a little bit deeper stretch, you can pull the hands away from the lower back. Last breath. And relax the hands. And back to centre. So we're going to come forward on the hands and the knees. Come into like a tabletop position. I'll turn slightly so you can see me. So we're going to have the knees stacked under the hips, hands stacked under the shoulders. And as we inhale, we're going to try and tilt the belly button down towards the floor, lift up the chest, looking forward. And then as you exhale, we're going to pull the belly button up, really push the shoulder blades away from each other and tuck the tailbone under at the same time. Inhale, drop the belly down, lifting up the chest, looking forward. And exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone under, push the floor away from you. Last one, big inhale, belly down, chest up. And exhale, round the back, push the floor away from you. And bring the spine back to centre. What we're going to do now is sit back onto the heels. Take his hands out a step. Roll the fingertips along the floor so you really stretch in the upper back. And you can rest your head down onto the ground if it's comfortable. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. we're going to take the hands, both hands out towards the left. So taking a step out to the left hand. We're going to then pop the right hand on top, and we're going to push into that right shoulder. The aim is to try and keep your arms nice and straight, so you don't want to rest them down onto the floor. Just makes that stretch a little bit deeper for you. And relax. Now we're going to take the right hand up towards the right, pop the left hand on top. Again, nice straight arms, pushing the chest down towards the ground and into that left shoulder a little bit. And relax. Come back to centre. What we're going to do is pop the hands out in front of you, and we're going to come up onto the fingertips. So we're creating a little bit of space between your forearms and the floor. So staying in child's pose, but you're just coming up onto the fingertips. What you're going to do now is you're going to take the right hand and you're going to thread it under the left arm. We're going to try and peek under that left arm. Twisting from the belly button, you can rest your head down onto the ground if it's comfortable. If not, stay where you are. Inhale, come back to centre, and then we're just going to swap hands. We're taking the left hand under the right. Again, twisted from the belly button, rest the head down if it's comfortable. Inhale, come back to centre. We're going to come back up onto the hands and the knees, making sure the hands are stacked under the shoulders, knees stacked under the hips again. What we're going to do now is take the left knee to the left elbow. Keep this foot nice and close to your bum. We're going to take the knee out towards the left, keeping the foot nice and close, point the knee towards the back of the room, and then we're going to bring it back to the elbow. Take it back out towards the left, towards the back of the room, back into that elbow, and rest it down. We're going to take the left leg, work on the same leg, take it out straight. Toes point forward, press the heel down onto the ground so your foot is completely flat. And then what we're going to do is work on an external rotation of the leg. So what we're going to do is turn the toes up towards the ceiling. We're going to hold and come back forward. And we're going to go again, toes up towards the ceiling. And back forward. And last one, toes up towards the ceiling. And back forward. Okay, so we're going to work on some glute strength. We're just going to take the left foot off the floor and drop it back down. We're going to do that 5 times. We're just going to pulse the leg off the floor. So instead of doing one completely stop into the ground and going again, we're just going to touch the ground lightly and go back up. So when you're ready, taking the leg up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that knee back in. You might get a little bit crampy doing this class, just giving you a little warning. We're going to do the same thing on the right hand side. So knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. We're going to take the right knee into the elbow this time, keeping the foot nice and close to the bum. Take it out towards the right, out towards the back of the room, back into that elbow, out towards the right again, towards the back of the room, back into the elbow. Rest that knee down. Like we did on the other side, take the right leg out this time, toes pointing forward, heel down. We're going to externally rotate the leg, toes up towards the ceiling. We're going to hold and rock it back forward. And we're going to go again, toes up towards the ceiling. And back forward. Last one, toes up. And back forward. Again, like we did on the other side, we're going to work on some glute strength. We're just going to lift the leg off the floor, contracting the glute to let it touch down gently and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Bend that knee back in. We're going to come back into child's pose. You can rock the hips side to side. Relax the hips up a little bit. Take the hands out in front of you. We're going to take 2 deep breaths. Inhale, come back up onto the hands and the knees. Okay, so what we're going to do now is taking the left foot forward next to the hands, and then we're going to let the hips drop between the legs. So keeping your hands on the floor. Oh, how are we going to do this? You're going to drop the hips down towards the ground. I'm going to activate the right glute, pushing the hips down. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to lift up the hips, keep this front foot where it is. We're just going to walk the hands back, straighten out that front leg, pull the toes back towards you. If it's comfortable, you can bend down and bend over the straight leg a little bit more. As long as you can feel the stretch in the hamstring and the calf, the leg doesn't have to be completely straight. You can have a little soft bend in there. It's called spinner stretch. So we're going to go back into that first one, walk the hands back forward, shift the weight into that front knee. Again, we're going to push the hips down towards the ground, activate that right glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up the hips. We're going to walk the hands back in, straighten that leg back out. This time, we're going to dig this heel into the ground. So we're going to activate the hamstring in a lengthened state. We're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into that first stretch, and then we're going to do that one more time. Again, pushing the hips down towards the ground. 3, 2, 1. Lift up the hips. Straighten up that front leg. Dig the heel into the ground. Activate the hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're just going to bend back into that front knee, hands onto the inside of the front foot. And this time we're going to push this front knee away. So you can use your left hand to push it away, or you can just use your own body weight. We're going to roll it back in, come back onto the ball of the foot. And then we're going to roll it out one more time. And then we're going to take the left hand, we're going to take it up towards the sky, twisting from the belly button. As you inhale, pull the hand back as far as it is comfortable. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring this elbow down towards the ground. Doesn't matter if you don't make it, it's fine. Inhale, hand back up. And exhale, elbow down. One more, inhale, hand up. And exhale, elbow down. Relax, come back up onto the hands, roll that foot back over. You're going to curl the back toe under, lift up the back knee. So your back leg is nice and straight. And then when you're ready, you're going to take this front foot back into plank position. We're going to lower ourselves down towards the ground. Lift the chest off the floor. Squeeze your hips into the ground. And you really want to push the shoulders away from the ears here. You don't want to let your head on your neck sink in. Really make your neck as long as you can. And you're going to lift up the hips, coming back into that tabletop position. So we're going to do the same thing, but on the other side. So what we're going to do is take the right knee, foot forward this time. And then we're going to let the hips drop between the legs. Hands onto the inside of that front foot. In this position, you want to make sure that the knee is not floating away from the shoulder too much. You want to make sure it's nice and snug. And then we're going to activate that left glute, pushing the hips down. 3, 2, 1. Lift up the hips. We're going to straighten out that front leg, move the hands back in. Pull the toes back towards you. Again, the leg doesn't have to be completely straight. You can have a soft bend. is one of my favourite stretches. We're going to bend back into that front knee, move the hands back forward, push the hips down towards the ground. And lift up the hips, walk the hands back in, straighten that leg again. And then we're going to activate that hamstring again by digging this heel into the ground. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend back into that front knee. Hips down towards the ground again. Lift up the hip, straighten this leg back out. Last one, dig the heel into the ground. 2, 1. Back into this front knee, hands onto the inside of the front foot. We're going to float this knee away. You can use your hand to push it away if it's comfortable. And then we're going to roll it back in. Rolling it out again. Then we're going to take the right hand, we're going to take it up, twisting from the belly button. As you inhale, pull the hand back. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring this elbow down towards the ground. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't make it. Inhale, hand up. And exhale, elbow down. Last one, hand up. And exhale, elbow down.
What's the apple?
Roll back onto this foot, keeping the knee nice and close to the shoulder. We're going to curl the back toe under, lift up the back knee, so the back leg is nice and straight. And then when you're ready, you can take this front foot back into plank position, lower yourself down, chest off the floor, squeeze your hips into the ground again, pushing your shoulders away from the ears. Nice big breath into the belly. We're going to lift up the hips, popping the hands underneath the shoulders again. We're going to curl the toes under. We're going to lift up the hips, coming into into downward facing dog, heading up heels. So this means you literally take it in turns to push each heel in towards the ground. Really focus on pushing the heel down. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch in that heel, you can take one foot off, just tucking it behind the other one. And then we're just going to swap sides, taking that foot off. And relax the feet back to the original position. So we're going to take the left foot forward, in between both hands. You can either swing it there, take a step, pull it forward, whatever's comfortable. And we're going to come into a warrior one. So we've got a nice bend in this front leg, your back leg is nice and straight. Your hips will be squared forward. Hands up, overhead. And then we're going to do a slide the shoulder blades down the back and squeeze the palms together. Keeping that back leg nice and strong. We can swivel on the back foot sideways, dropping into a warrior two. You're going to make sure that this knee is not, the left knee is not coming in towards the middle. You're going to keep pushing it out, activating this left glute. We're going to reach the left hand forward, and we're going to slide the left hand down, taking the right hand up. Keep the chest up nice and high. Only come down with this hand to wherever's comfortable for you. And then if you want to, you can straighten out that front leg. It's quite an intense stretch inside your leg, it's lovely. And we're going to come up to standing, keeping this front leg straight, the back leg straight. We're going to turn the toes to face the same way, and then we're going to come into a forward fold. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by pushing the hips back first. We're going to lean forwards with the chest, and we're just going to come down to whatever's comfortable for you. Rest your hands on the floor if you can. And then we're just going to rock our body weight from our heels to our toes. Nice gentle movement, so don't anyone falling over. And then bring your weight back to center. What we're going to do is take the right hand, grabbing hold of the left leg, and then we're going to take the left arm up, and we're going to try and twist from the belly button. Try and gaze at your left hand if you can. Big breath into the belly. And relax the hands back down to center. And then you're just going to do the same on the other side. So grab your right leg with your left hand up towards the sky. Try and look at that right hand if you can. And relax back down to center. So we're going to start making our way back up to standing, engage the glutes, nice and neutral spine. We're going to turn the front toes, the left toes, to face the front, bending back into that front knee. We're going to swivel up on the back tiptoes, taking the hands onto the inside of the front foot, making sure that back leg is nice and straight, and then we're going to take this front foot back into plank position. Lower yourself down, chest off the floor, squeeze your hips into the ground again. Big breath into the belly, curl the toes under, lead with the hips. We're going to go back into downward facing dog. So pedal at the heels. And again, we're going to take a step forward with the right foot this time. So either swing it forward, or pull it forward. And we're going to come up into a warrior one on the right side. So again, the front knee is going on a nice bend, back leg is nice and straight. Your hips are squared forward, hands overhead, roll the shoulder blades down the back, squeeze your palms together, back leg nice and strong. And we're going to swivel on the back foot sideways, dropping into a warrior two. So we're tucking the pelvis under, making sure this knee is not caving in, and it's more out towards the baby toe. Like we did on the other side, you're going to use the right hand, sliding it forward, so reaching forward as much as you can. And then taking the right hand down, left hand up. Again, keep the chest up nice and high. We do want to be rounded. We're going to make sure the spine is nice and strong. And then you can straighten out that front leg here if you want to as well. And relax, come back up to center. Keeping the legs straight. Again, we're going to go back into a forward fold, so turning the toes to face the same way as the back. We're going to go back into a forward bend, so pushing the hips back first, leaning forward to the chest. Resting the hands down, just coming down to whatever's comfortable for you. And this time what I want to do is to cross your arms and just let your upper body hang. So you're just relaxing your upper body. Nice deep breath. And then we're going to relax the hands down. What we're going to do now is shift our body weight from our left foot to our right. So this straight leg, you should feel quite an intense stretch on the adductor there. So we're going to switch sides. You're bending into each knee. Try and keep this heel down of the knee that you're bending into. And we're just going to go side to side. You can go as fast or as slow as you like, whatever you feel you need. And then we're going to come back to center. Slowly make your way back up to standing. We're going to bend back into that right knee, turn the toes to face forward, swiveling up on the back tiptoes. Hands again onto the inside of that front foot. Let the hips drop between the legs, making sure that back leg is nice and straight. And then we're going to take this front foot back into plank position. Lower yourselves down, chest off the floor. Again, squeeze your hips into the ground. We're going to lift up the hips, and then we're just going to swing the legs around. So our legs are in front of us. Pop your legs up nice and straight. Sitting up nice and tall. What we're going to do is pull the toes back towards us, and we're going to think of our hips as a hinge. So we don't really want a lot of movement in the spine, we just want to be hinging from the hip as much as we can. So we're going to take the hands up overhead, hinging from the hip, we're going to reach forwards, and we're going to grab hold of wherever's comfortable. So if that's your shins, your ankles, your feet, whatever, that's fine. So we don't want to round the upper back just yet. We're going to make sure that our back is nice and straight, just hinging from the hip. For now, nice big breath into the belly. We're just going to hold this stretch just for a little while. And relax back up, sitting, give your legs a little bit of a jiggle. And we're going to go again. So this time we're going to have a little bit of rounding in the upper back. So you keep your hands up nice and straight, reaching forward. Grab hold of whatever's comfortable. And then what we're going to do is stretch the upper back as well. So we're going to let our shoulder blades slide away from each other, pulling on our feet or our ankles just a little bit. You can use your breath to help you stretch a little bit in this. So as you inhale, you should feel a nice stretch in your upper back. Really expand the rib cage. And relax back up to sitting. What we're going to do now is take the left knee in towards the chest, popping the ankle down. We're going to hold it with the right arm, pop the left hand behind the back, and we're going to try and peek over this left shoulder. So we're trying to rotate as much as you can. If you want more of a stretch, you can pop the right elbow on the other side of the knee and just push against the knee just to give yourself a little bit more twist. Again, big breath into the belly, try and keep your chest up nice and high. And relax back around the centre. We're just going to swap out legs, so pulling the right knee in, left leg out. We do the same on the other side, so holding it with the left arm, put the right hand behind you, twist, look over that shoulder if you can. Again, chest up nice and high. And relax back around the centre. Straighten out both legs. What we're going to do is bring the feet separate, so we're sitting in like a straddle position. You don't want to come too wide, it's going to be uncomfortable. You want to have a little bit of forward movement. So if you go too wide, you might be a little bit too upright. So we're going to pull the toes back towards us, and then we're just going to drop our toes, they're pointing just behind us. Hands onto the inside of the legs, keeping the chest up nice and high. And then we're going to take baby steps forwards. Nice gentle movements. Until you can't come forward anymore. When you're in this bottom position, as you inhale, I want you to push yourself away from the floor, just give yourself a little bit of room to breathe. Then as you exhale, I want you to think about tensing your quads, just really try and straighten your legs, tense your quads as hard as you can. And you're going to use your core to pull you down just a little bit. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. So really straighten those legs, pull your core in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Inhale, relax. And exhale, squeeze. We're going to start making baby steps back in. We're going to take our hands either side of this left leg. So what we're going to do is work on a little bit of hip flexor strength and quad strength now. Hands either side of the left leg. This is going to be the hardest one. We're going to lift the leg off the floor. We're going to do this 5 times on each leg. The closer your foot is to you, the easier it is. So this is just a little bit of an easier one. So when you're ready, we're going to pulse it off the floor. We're going to go 5 times. So when you're ready, coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will probably get cramp doing this. So you can rock over your heels. Just shake your legs out just a little bit. And then we're going to do the same on the right hand side. Hands either side of the right leg. When you're ready, coming up, lift the leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to rock over the heels again, relax the legs out. We're going to go back to the left. We're going to do the same thing. So lifting it up 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rock over the heels. And then last one on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Rock over the heels again. So what we're going to do is pop our body weight into our hands just behind us. We're going to bend the knees, separate the feet. What we're going to do now is drop both knees down towards the left. And then we're going to lift up the right knee. Slowly let the left one follow, going over to the right. So when we're in the middle position, I'm going to try and keep your knees as far apart as you can. So lift up the left, slowly let the right one follow. And back over, lift up the right, slowly let the left one follow. Last one, all the way over to the left. And we're going to sit up, facing this left knee. You want your legs in a 90-degree position, if you can see me. So your right ankle should be in line with your right knee, and the same with your left. Hands either side of this left leg. What we're going to do is concentrate on working on internal rotation for a second. So we're going to lift up this left ankle off the floor. Try and lift it up as high as you can. Really try and squeeze in the top position, and then we're going to relax it down. And we're going to do that 5 times as well. So when you're ready, lift the foot up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax it down. We're going to take the hands in front of this left knee, lean the chest forward slightly, and we're going to focus on now the external rotation of the back leg. So we're going to lift up the right knee, the right ankle, sorry. You should feel a little bit of contraction in this right glute as well. So we're going to lift it up, hold, squeeze the top, relax it back down. We're going to do that 5 times. So when you're ready, coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get cramp, probably. Relax the hips a little bit. What we're going to do is pop the hands just behind the lower back. So we're facing our right knee this time. So your right knee should be dead in front of you. And we're going to push this knee down in towards the ground. So we're activating this right glute and the adductor on the inside of the right leg. Working again on internal rotation. We're going to hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the hip. And we're going to do that one more time. When you're ready, pushing down, push the right knee down. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to do that routine again. So we're going to pop the hands onto the either side of that left knee, that left leg. We're going to lift this front ankle up 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop the hands in front of this knee, lean the chest forward. Again, we're going to lift this back ankle up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands behind the lower back, facing the right knee this time again. And then we're going to push the right knee down in towards ground. 3, 2, 1, relax. And we're going to do that one more time. Push the knee down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. We're just going to lift the right knee up. Trying to keep this left knee down on towards the ground. Drop back down. So we're going to do this 10 times. So lift the right knee up. Pinning this left knee down. And back down. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2, 9, 10. Keeping this knee up, we're slowly going to rock over towards the right, left knee to follow, and we're going to switch over to the right hand side, sitting up nice and tall, hands either side of this leg, and we're just going to repeat this sequence, but on this side. So when you're ready, we're going to lift this right leg up, and relax it down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax it down, hands in front of this knee, lean the chest forward. Again, working on external rotation, we're going to lift up this left ankle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands behind the lower back, facing the left knee this time. We're going to dig this knee down in towards the ground, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. And we're going to go again, so pushing the knee down, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to come back up to the sequence again, hands either side of this right leg, lift the ankle up as high as you can, and squeeze the top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hands in front of this right knee, lean the chest forward again, lifting the back ankle up this time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands behind the lower back, facing the left knee again, we're going to dig the left knee down in towards the ground, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Now we're going to go again, dig the knee down, 3, 2, 1, relax the leg. So keeping this right knee down onto the ground, we're slowly going to lift up this left one, contracting the left glute. Just come up to where it's comfortable, try and keep your foot where it is. You'll drop the knee down. Relax, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to slowly lift up this left knee, let the right one fall. We're going to go back over towards the left. This time we're going to try and work on some control. So hands either side of this front leg, we're going to lift up the left leg, or slowly, nice and slow, take the leg out straight and slowly lower it down. You can either stay here, or if you want to have a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can lean forward and just bend over the straight leg, but only come to where it's comfortable for you. I don't want anyone to hurt themselves. Some people find the stretch agony, and then some people find it completely fine. And relax back up to sitting. We're going to lift this leg nice and slow again, control it in, bend it down, relax it down. So we're going to go again, lift the leg up, nice and slow and controlled, straighten it out. Lower it down nice and gentle, you can come forward if you want to. And coming back up to sitting, we're going to lift the leg back up, control it in, relax it down. Hands behind the lower back, we're going to lift up the right knee. We're just going to do the same thing over towards the other side. Sitting up, lifting the right leg, nice and slow and controlled, taking it out. Nice and controlled, lower it down, and bend over the straight leg if you can, if you want to. If not, you can stay where you are. And relax back up to sitting. Slowly lift the leg, control it in, relax it down. And then we're going to go again. So nice and slowly lift it up, straighten it out, relax it down. Again, if you want to come forward, you can come forward. And relax back up to sitting. Lift the leg nice and slow and controlled, bring it back in. We're going to bring the knees back to centre. Give them a little bit of a catch. Keeping them nice and close to your chest. We're just going to roll onto our backs. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me actually. Just listen to my voice. So we're going to plant both feet down onto the floor. So your feet should be touching. But what I want you to do is separate both knees. So you're going to let the knees separate either side. Your left should be on your left, your right should be on your right. Feet touching. And we're just going to hold this for 2 breaths. Try and relax your hips. Try and release any tension that you're holding on to. And then we're going to bring the knees back to centre. We're going to walk the feet outside hip width. So the feet are either side of you, but your knees are dropped into the middle. Again, we're going to hold this for 2 breaths. Keeping your feet where they are, we're just going to separate both knees. And then we're going to drop both knees down towards the left. So your legs should be in a zigzag position. We're going to think about the right knee. There should be a little bit of a gap between your right knee and the floor. We're going to actively push that right knee down towards the ground. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Keep the leg where it is. Just let the weight of your leg pull you into the stretch. And we're going to go again. So push the right knee down in towards the ground. And relax. Lifting both knees back to centre. We're going to drop them over to the right. Just relax. Try and keep your feet in the same position they were. And again, on this side, there should be a little gap between your left knee and the floor. We should push the left knee down in towards the ground. It might not touch, so don't worry about that. And relax that leg. Now we're going to go again, push the left knee down towards the ground. 3, 2, 1, knees back to centre. We're going to pull both knees in towards the chest. We're going to rock the knees back and forward. And then we're just going to rock them side to side. Nice gentle movements. Again, rock them backwards and forwards. And side to side. We're going to take the feet up towards the sky and a nice soft bend in the knee. And what we're going to do is either grab hold of the ankles, or you can hold onto the bottoms of the feet, pulling the knees to either side of the chest. So this is called happy baby. So the soles of your feet should be up towards the sky, nice bend in the knee. We're just going to hold this for a couple of breaths. You don't have the lower back coming off the floor too much. You're going to try and keep the base of the spine as close to the floor as you can. And we're going to relax the legs, bringing them back towards each other, give them a little bit of a squeeze. We're going to roll completely onto our left. And then we're going to twist from the belly button and try and roll the right shoulder onto the floor the other side. So you want your knees to be completely on the floor, and then if your shoulder doesn't meet the other side of the spine. Nice deep breath into the belly. Really try and make your rib cage expand. We're going to roll the shoulder back over. We're going to pull the knees back into the chest, roll them back over, back onto your back, and then we're going to roll completely over towards the right. Keeping your legs on the floor, we're going to twist from the belly button and try and touch the left shoulder onto the floor the other side. Again, nice deep breath into the belly. Try and expand the rib cage. We're going to roll the left shoulder back over, pull the knees in. We're going to lay back onto our backs. What I want you to do now is tuck your hands just behind the back to the knees. And we're just going to rock ourselves back up to sitting. Keep your feet off the floor. We're going to hold a V-sit. So this is the easy one. That's the hard one. We're going to hold 10 seconds. Keep holding. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Thank you for coming, guys. I'm going to turn our mics back on now so I can say hello to everyone.